Hey, Dr. Matt here. Are you the super dad or super mom that we're all seeing, battling germs at every turn for the sake of your children? Are you the spritzer? Um, maybe you're giving your child oregano drops on the daily, or spritzing them down with antimicrobial sprays and rubs, or maybe you're massaging these antimicrobial essential oils all over your child to keep them from the dangers lurking in the bacterial realm. You're trying to help your child maintain a hygienic environment, maintain proper hygiene here, right? This is the deal. You're a super mom, you're a super dad, and there's no doubt about that because you're putting this effort into your child. And given the intense focus over the last, say, 100 years on the problem with bacteria and how bad bacteria are for us, and antimicrobials, antibiotics as lifesavers, it's not a surprise that you are putting forth all this antimicrobial, antiseptic effort in your child. Not to mention this world we live in right now. After all, you love your child, you want to give your child the best, and you want to keep them from being sick and missing school, missing events, and all that kind of stuff. However, what you may have lost amongst all this, or may have been lost amongst all this, disinfecting, both the natural stuff like oregano, or the synthetic stuff like, say, Purell, is the fact that bacteria are vital. Bacteria are the very thing that are keeping us alive and thriving. They're the very thing. Their balance is the very thing that's keeping us from being one big inflamed abyss all the time. The chronic cleansing, chronic antimicrobial use, at every turn, that the sterilizing of our environment, it literally is in promoting imbalance, and the very thing we want to manifest life and immunity is a balanced immune response, a robust bacterial response, a balanced bacterial response, not a we want a balanced immune response too, but we need a balanced bacteria so that we can maintain a balanced immune response. So a balanced, diverse bacterial ecosystem in your child is the hallmark. That is how you know that they are healthy and vital, if they have a robust, balanced bacterial makeup in their body. And this doesn't just happen by playing video games or watching Netflix with them. Instead, of being afraid of bacteria, what I would suggest we start doing as parents, to be super moms, super dads, and to actually have our superness manifest and make a positive change on the bacterial front for our kids, is I suggest we turn our fear away from the bacteria and towards a sterilization. Because a sterile environment is literally devoid of life. And what we want for our child is life. So let's help our children, help your children, develop a robust and diverse microbiome. And the microbiome is literally just the makeup of bacteria in your being. So this means breastfeeding. Do it as long as you can. Eat real whole food, both you and your child. Drink living water, spring water, instead of municipal water supplies. Let your child walk barefoot. I know this is crazy. Let them walk barefoot on the grass. Make sure there's not a bunch of junk in it, a bunch of stickers, that kind of stuff. But let them walk barefoot on the grass, especially grass that has been fertilized and sterilized and with herbicides and weed killer all over it. That's not going to help them out. Get your kids out and take them on hikes. Get them some different fresh air, some air they've never been exposed to before. Let them stick their feet in that ice cold glacier water in the river. Put their hands in there, sling mud around, and then potentially, if you need it as well, give your child a well balanced probiotic supplement. Especially since not all of us are able to just get out and do outdoor stuff every single day. If you're in the city, or even sometimes we're in the country, people are staying inside too much. But bacterial exposure is so critical to the optimal function of your child's immune system, and to create this more diverse exposure so that you can create more margin. And margin means less opportunity for your child to go from a minor sickness to a major, say, emergency like sickness from a virus or bacteria, if you have more margin built in. And that is what a robust microbiome, diverse microbiome gives to your child, is the opportunity to have a margin built into it. Now, this may sound counterintuitive that we're going to expose our children to life. You see these other parents out there slathering their children with pesticides. It's crazy, I know. Antiseptics, and you think, man, they're stuffing their kids up in their bedroom and not letting them outside, keeping them away from the sun, keeping them away from the rain, keeping them away from the snow, keeping them away from other people, keeping them away from nature, and we think we're saving them. You're not. They're not. The natural interactions with life, the natural interactions with nature, those are what's going to save our children. This is the best way to decrease immune hypersensitivities, all these allergies these days, is to give children small doses of interaction over and over again with different bacterial species. That way the body recognizes all these otherwise normal parts of nature as these are okay. These are natural. I don't need to bring on this full-blown hypersensitivity reaction and create hives or eczema or psoriasis or digestive dysfunction or acne. We don't need to go that route, because we've already seen that bacteria so many times in a balanced format in nature over and over and over again. So I'm Dr. Matt. Let's accumulate health for our children and ourselves and the world by creating opportunities for our children to develop a more robust and balanced microbiome. And that comes by, like I said, breastfeeding, real food, getting out in nature, putting our feet on grass, throwing your feet into those raging rivers, drinking spring water, and if necessary, taking a well-balanced probiotic for your children. Catch you later.